Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 88. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates from this reading and leave the rest. And let's call on spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Shall we? Oh yeah, we shall. Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Amen. Beautiful you are. Agape love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any sensitivity to sound, I'm just going to say there's noise that I make up in here. So if you are sensitive, please lower your volume. I'm going to do a little Reiki-esque rituals. If that is something that you're not interested in, you can fast forward to the actual tarot card reading. Thank you so much. Let's start with sweeping out your aura. Yeah, so like I said, collective readings, right? And if I say he or she, don't get bogged down by terms like that. If you identify as they or them, please use those pronouns instead. Take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. And thank you so much for joining me. And past, present, and future energy is always at play. So let's do it. All right, so I got black obsidian. This is for protection and grounding. I also have a selenite stick for cleansing and grounding. There we go. There we go now. Black tourmaline. Protect the space. Protect my my beautiful collective. Protect my peeps, I was going to say. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Protection again with the tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. There you go. Protection for you. Protection for you. We all get protection. That's what we need. We always could use some protection in our lives, my friends. And it's making noise. And I know, I'm sorry. Like I said, lower your volume. I did warn you in advance. These things make noise. Nut rattle. Clearing out the energy. Excellent. And last but not least, my sound bowl. In 3, 2, 1, go. Amen. All right, let's see what we got. It's lunchtime rewind, baby, but I don't have anything to talk about. So we'll see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to leave it up to Spirit to pick the playlist for today. They're going to be the disc jockey up in here. Spirit, what is the overall energy? What do you want to discuss today? Bring out, talk about with the general collective. Spirit, please, and thank you. Ooh, fluo. Occupation. 7 or 34. 34 could be significant. 7 could be significant. And this is about work. Okay, work. What about it? Work, work, work. What about work, Spirit? A mature man. 5. Okay. And bad health. Ooh, damn. All right, so let's see. There's 34, 5, and 31. Any of these ages could be significant. And also, if you do it numerology, it's 7, 5, and 4. Okay? As 22 here as well. You can't, in numerology, you can't add these two together for some reason. 22 is an 11, I think it is. You don't break them down, so it's 22. It could be 22, could be significant. So these could be dates of birth, these could be addresses, these could be times in your life where you had challenges, or these are the ages that you are currently. Some of you, that these are collective readings, right? It's not a personal. So this could be significant times in somebody's life, but it's official. Something's official. Maybe this mature man has an occupation that is high level, but they're in bad health. This person's in bad health. Why are they in bad health, Spirit? Thank you. A wealthy man, too. Okay. And 13 or 31, I like to do opposite. So 43 could be significant, 13 could be significant. And this is like 13 to 31, synchronicity right there. And 6, mature woman. Somebody is a mature woman, a wealthy man, a mature man. There could be some sort of scenario here, a family or a situation that happened in a family of a mature man, a mature woman, and a wealthy man, an official person. And it's saying here courthouse. It could be a family. 5 is here again if you do it numerology, 5. Something happened in a family. It put somebody in a bad health, or it's involving somebody in this scenario that has bad health. But courthouse, so this could be a legality. Something could have happened that put this person in bad health, and now it's in the courts. Somebody is in despair about it. 5 again, 5, 5, 5. You could be seeing that synchronicity. Somebody's thinking about a situation, and it's leading to despair. Maybe in this family, one of the members is in bad health, and they're all like, but it's in courthouse though. What is that about? Adjudication too. Something happened legally. It might be a message that you might hear about. Somebody's in bad health. Journey's in the reverse, so somebody could be trapped in a situation, or somebody's not traveling. So what happened in this? A lover's a choice. 6 is also significant in this reading, or 15 is in here again twice. There was a choice that a person made that's left them in despair, that's left them thinking about a past person. It could be in bad health because of the stress of the situation, the other choices that they've made. Choices, roads, things that they've done that they're not proud of. They can't travel, so they're limited. It could be something in the legal system, possible jail for somebody, that they did something that involves bad health. What is the mature man and the mature woman about? Toil and labor. It's like they're working hard. 11's here again. 11, a false person's here. Okay, imprisonment. So this person literally, 11 is here again, 11, 11. This could be a twin flame connection. Somebody made a choice when they were a wealthy man, or when they were mature. I feel like past, present, or future energies at play. They could be mature now, but they weren't back then. They made choices that they're not proud of. They went down roads that could have left them in prison, or could have left them in the legal system where they might have spent time in jail, okay? They may have messaged you about it, or wanted to message you about it, sent a message to you, maybe it did not get to you. They're working hard, toiling and laboring, maybe to get back their reputation. A false person could be also involved, or they could have been wearing a false mask, and that got them in trouble. They can't journey. Marriage is here too, so they could be married to somebody else. 3 is here. Somebody put in high honor, a privileged lady, but 3 is here again, 3, 3. Could have put them in a bad situation where they lost a lot of money. But it says here, there's an ending, a death here. So there's an ending to this connection. Yep, 10, completion, finito. No longer are they together, or it could be they're no longer in your energy, where you don't talk to them no more, you don't see them anymore. If you're the past person, you could be a past person that had a connection with this person, and they chose another person that went down dark and dangerous roads that left them imprisoned. You know, imprisoned in a connection they never thought. It left them in a position they never thought they would be, with a person that if they weren't high on drugs or doing something in that regard, they would have picked. It limits them as far as they could be, you know, like when you get out of prison, you have to be report to people. You're on probation for a while. It could be on probation. Maybe they wanted to message you about this, or maybe they did message you and you never got the message. Maybe somebody intercepted the message. It could have been a privileged lady that they married. maybe they gave this message to somebody to give to you, and you never received it. Yeah. They had everything. They had it all at one time, but they didn't have the maturity. They didn't have the maturity. And now you're gone, and they think about you all the time. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, community. 12. A community knows about this, or community's talking about this. They got hung up or stuck, or they went down the wrong road with the wrong types of people and left you behind to make other choices that they thought was more profitable or more advantageous. Maybe you had more standards, more maturity at the time that they didn't possess. Maybe they had the money but not the, the knowledge, and they got convinced, but very easily convinced. And I'm not making excuses for the person, but it's like they went down a dark and dangerous road that left them like with, I mean, in the legal system, that's what I'm hearing. Maybe they can't travel because they have one of those ankle bracelets, or they have to report back to a probation officer. Yeah, but there's an ending to the situation with the privileged lady, the marriage. They can't journey to tell you anything. They want to tell you their truth, but maybe they're embarrassed too at this point. They don't know what to say. They're embarrassed about the choices they made and the roads they went down. 10 of Pentacles. They had material success. I feel like that was important to this person, to have something tangible. Maybe in their life, when we first seen the mature man, we've seen the mature woman, we've seen the wealthy man. This might have been their family life when they were younger. They had stature. They grew up with money being important, status being important, a title being important, and they went down the wrong roads based on that. Instead of choosing love, they chose money and status, and they also had addictions. Didn't come out, but I feel like that's one of the things that they had that got them in the legal system in the first place. They chose a person that, maybe a privileged lady, one that came from a good family, but wasn't a good person. Yeah. Queen of Swords. They wanted to go in the reverse. A manipulator, cold and harsh, judgmental and cruel. And this person, your person, maybe to forget that they were in a loveless marriage, what I'm hearing, they did drugs. Yep, they took off, went down to places, bought some drugs on the streets. So they got caught up, is what I'm hearing. 8 of Swords. And something happened really fast that restricted and trapped them. Yeah, self-imposed though. I mean, they're limited because of their choices, but I feel like their choice to pick money over love is what got them stuck in the first place, really. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if I didn't say that. Yeah, Hangman. They're in limbo. They don't know how to talk to you about this. I feel like there's a lot of pride and ego with this person. And I feel like they're embarrassed to come to you and tell you what happened. Maybe you didn't know what happened. Maybe they ghosted you. But they're in poor health. Their health is poor, and their lifestyle. They might have lost everything to pay for lawyers to keep them out of like federal prison because of what they were doing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And it's like, maybe you don't know about it. The moon is here. Maybe you thought a certain way about this person and they don't want to like enlighten you. They want you to believe that they're a good person. Because I'm not saying that they're not a bad person. I'm not saying they're a bad person based on poor choices, because any of us could have went down a road like that if we would have, made different choices. But I feel like they want to make a different choice. Justice is here. They were dishonest to you, and they want to be fair to you. They don't think, they know now that you didn't deserve it. When they were in lockup, they had time on their hands to think about what they did. And all they could think about was you. You were their wish fulfillment. And instead of them choosing the logical choice, they chose the one that made more sense to others, made more sense to their upbringing, made more sense to their parents, maybe. But it didn't make any sense to them, you moved on. 6 of Swords. They lost you because they broke your hearts. 3 of Swords. They were in their devil energy, codependent on substances because they couldn't handle the decision that they made to choose a person that was selfish, manipulative, and cruel based on aesthetics. They sold their soul to the devil and they couldn't handle the aftermath. Yeah. And you moved on. You moved on. You took a chance on yourself. 10 of Swords. This person's being betrayed, backstabbed, and maybe even turned in by the person that they thought loved them to the police. Yeah. The fantasies, the illusions of propriety, the illusion of this was the road that I was supposed to go, the choices I was supposed to make. I was raised to make these choices. I was in this family of maybe upper class, upper middle class people, maybe even higher than that. And I was told that you marry up, you don't marry down. And if you want to get anywhere in life, you got to have somebody that has status. You got to be somebody of status. Yeah. I feel like they're not a bad person. They just made a ton of bad choices and it's affecting their health and restricting them too. 10 of Wands. Yeah, they feel burdened by the choices they've made. They don't know how they're going to get the strength. They're looking for the strength to come out of it. They're in a traditional marriage or relationship or commitment that's like on paper, and the person could be threatening to like take them for everything they got, even more. I feel like to keep this person hedged in and controlled, they might have called the cops on him to get him stuck for a while. Think about, if I can get you jailed, what else I can do to you? 7 of Wands is here. You're protected. Maybe they did this to stay with this person because they threatened to do something harmful to you. They were trying to protect you, you know, because the karmic knew about you. The karmic, you know, maybe saw your name on their phone or a picture, and they were threatening to come towards you and confront. Yeah, tell you all about what they're doing, you know, that type of thing. You might have even had numbers on your phone that you don't even know who they are. It could be this person trying to contact you to badmouth their marriage partner, your ex-person. You're not near this person to deal with their karma. Okay? You are far removed and you're going on to your own prosperity. Also, 10 of Cups. You could be in a relationship or getting ready to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. You chosen first. Yeah. I feel like in retrospect, this person's realizing that you were their 10 of Cups. But they made other decisions and choices that changed both of your lives. 2 of Cups. They would love to come towards you, racing towards you, with their sword at the ready, telling you how much they love you. But you have other opportunities. And I feel like this person is stepping aside to allow you to live the life that you've chosen after them. It's like you made your decision, they made theirs. They want to lie in this bed that they made, even though every day of their life they're going to regret leaving you. No word, no lie. They don't know how they're going to give you up, but they've given you up. And they've said, you know, they don't want to disrupt your life. They don't want to add burdens to your life when you're already seemingly happy with somebody else, or in a, you know, single, or, you know, you're like doing you, and they don't want to get in the way of that. But they just can't stop thinking about the road that they took. And if they would have just made a different choice, their life would be much happier today. A couple more cards and we're done. It's sad, really. Choices we make have a ripple effect, not just in our lives, but in the lives of other people. The river. Yep. The river flows, man. It's like that song from Pocahontas, with, you know, just around the river bend, you're going to find your happy ending. And this person knows it. And this person's kicking their ass about it. You know, they thought that they were going to be happy. And now they realize the only happiness they had was when they was with you. Yeah, no lie. I don't know what the hell this is. It's like a big eyeball watching. I feel like that's how I'm going to read it. They were just like, they're like watching you, scoping you out. Believe me, I mean, I'm not, and none of my readings is to invoke fear. But knowledge is power. This person's watching you. This person feels like they're still connected to you. What does this say? The animal, they feel like that. They've been down dark roads. They've done dark things, right? They had the mask. They weren't who they truly were. They hid themselves from you, and they feel very exposed. The shapeshifter. Everything was not what it seemed. They played a game with you and they lost. And they went down a road that they never thought that they would. And they did things that they're embarrassed about. They don't know how to come towards you at this point. They feel like you're better off without them. And maybe you are better off right now without them if they're in a toxic state, you know? Everything happens for a reason. The underworld, the devil. This is a person that was in their devil energy. This is a person that is dark. But they're trying to change. They want to change. They want to be a better person. Man or woman, energy is energy. They want to be a better person because you're a better person. It's like somehow, some way, and if this is a twin flame connection, you're helping this person. You're helping this person to level up, whether you realize that or not. All right, a couple more cards. So keep going and glowing, because your ascension and the things that you're working on, the new beginnings, the levels up, the climbing of the ladder, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to be successful at. This person's watching, admiring, proud of you, and wants to follow. Even if it's 10 steps behind you. Not that they're stalking behind you. I'm not trying to evoke fear, but this person is inspired by you, is what I'm saying. So keep going. You are an inspiration, not just to this past person. You're an inspiration to all those that you touch in your life. Best believe, whether you're on social media or not, by us living our best life, by us coming from the ashes of our own situations and doing better than we did yesterday, we are inspiring people surrounding us, whether it's school, whether it's in our family life, whether it's in our work life situations, whether it's going to the store, holding a door for somebody. There's a ripple effect, okay? Like the river, you know? It always is moving. It's always changing. So are we. We're ever evolving and ever changing. And we are affecting other people, even if we don't see the growth. We planted the seed. And that's all we can ask for, right? To make a difference. At least that's why I'm here doing it. I want to make a difference. Knight of Swords. This is a person who immature, but trying, right? Fighting for their life, fighting for a spot, fighting for a place in this universe, fighting for you. They want to fight for you. You're the Queen of Cups. You're loving, you're beautiful, and they wish they would have made another choice, and they feel like if they could get another chance, they would. This situation's in Hangman right now, okay? But there's a lot of love. Knight of Cups, too. They have a lot of love, and they want to come towards you fast, you know? But they're afraid to come towards you that you're going to reject them. And they feel like they're not good enough. And until they do feel like they're good enough, they're not going to come towards you, right? Because you're already leveling up. They can't match that. And until they can match that, you're going to be in a different timeline as this person. But they're nostalgia. They're thinking about you. Thinking all about you. You're all eyes on you. That's all they can think about. Close their eyes, they think of you. When they wake up in the morning, they wonder if you're okay. Maybe they do check in on you, social media or in person, just to see from a distance if you're doing all right, because they worry about you. Just so you know, not trying to evoke fear, not trying to give you false hope. This person has problems, okay? They have choices that they're at the crossroads of making, decisions that they have to choose. This person that they're with in a relationship, or they're going to get out of it. Now, it does say that they will eventually, but right now they're at a crossroads of damage control in their own life, as well as in their relationship, and also in the courts, okay? I feel like there is an ending to a connection or a mindset where they are in that devil energy. Absolutely. I feel like they have grown up. Like I said, past, present, or future energies are always at play, but they're looking at you as this loving human being that was so good to them. King of Wands is here. This is a mature person. They're not a knight anymore. They love you. They want to come towards you, but they want to be respectful of you. The King of Wands is in their sexual energy, could be that fire element. And even if they're not fire in the sun, they could be fire aspected in their chart, okay? Maybe you don't know about this, what's going on in the background. But they're leveled up. The King of Wands is a creative, passionate person, but they're not all over the place like a knight, right? This is a person that's overburdened with their choices and also maybe legalities that they're going to deal with, family situations they're going to tie up. 7 of Wands. They feel like there's competition for you. And that's, you know, like you have all these choices. 3 of Cups. There could be a third party in here, like you could be entertaining somebody. They could be watching you. And they're afraid to come towards you to like stop your happiness. They don't want to do that. It's breaking their heart to let you go. It's breaking their heart not to come towards you. They don't want to break your heart anymore. Maybe they feel like you would be guarded if they came towards you. But King of Cups, right? King of Wands, they have a lot of fire, but they also have a lot of love for you as well. Yeah, Ace of Wands, they would love to have a new beginning with you. Towers are happening, breaking this person down. But also you leveling up, you moving forward, possibly with somebody else, is also creating a tower. And it's strengthening this person. It's forcing this person to what is it, face their demons, right? Face their demons and not run away anymore. Deal with their past situations, their family life, their home life, and the expectations that overburden them on the regular. Yep. Temperance, they need to be balanced, right? They see you being balanced, and they need to walk away from people, situations, and maybe possibly this marriage to start anew. Maybe they're starting a new job. Ace of Pentacles is here. Yep. Maybe they don't have much to start with, but they're going to do everything they can, right? They feel like they're battle weary, and they have been. They've been disappointed, brokenhearted, empty cups. They realize they did that to you at one time. They're feeling it. 8 of Pentacles. This is a person working on, maybe they're artistic, maybe they're working on their craft. They might have creativity they're working on. They're changing and they're growing, and they have you to thank for it, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Pat yourself on the back, you're changing lives, my friends. 2 of Pentacles. New beginnings for the both of you. For the both of you. Any other card, Spirit? Thank you. The Hermit. Virgo energy. This is a person that's in retrospection. They are thinking all about the past, their mistakes, and what they got to do to get out of situations going forward. This person's isolating themselves right now. They want to be generous to you, though. They want to gift you something. They see themselves with you and having a life. They daydream about that all the time. All the time. They want to message you, Page of Wands. They want to come towards you and have that new beginning because you are their wish fulfillment. You are the one that they would have always had their ships coming in. They would have been successful with you, and they know it. And they know it. You are successful. You are a dream come true is what I'm hearing. Oh my Lord. You're their empress. Man or woman. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So keep being your beautiful self. Your true, authentic self. Keep growing and glowing because you are helping this person more than you could ever imagine. Thank you so much for joining me in Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I would love to have you as part of my soul family. I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.